Hi guys, welcome back to the Panorama Business Spotlight Podcast. I'm your host Miguel Guzman, alongside with...
Hey guys, I'm Coco, aka Gila Vale, and I'm so excited today. We have a beauty queen in the house.
Woo-hoo! And I'm right here, your boy, the real Jesus Ortiz, and I'm happy to be here with everybody. Let's
That was
go.
a beauty.
And the beast.
But yeah, we're so excited today. We're going to be talking about some really cool topics, including marketing, brand awareness, and a few other really cool stuff coming up. But first, I want to introduce our very special guest today. Welcome, Estefany Arianza.
Hola, hola. Estefany Ariza, casi.
Ariza.
De Colombia.
De Colombia. So a little bit of Estefany Ariza is that she's a seasoned B2B marketing specialist and a part owner of DSE Marketing Solutions, a digital marketing partner specializing in manufacturing and oil and gas suppliers with a decade of experience in the field. And to add to that, she also has 15 years participating in pageants. Is that so? Which have played a significant role in shaping her identity as a Latina woman and the first in her family to achieve a bachelor's degree. She aspires to leverage the skills earned through her pageantry experiences to empower other women in discovering their inner divinity and building their inner confidence. But it's not all. She's also a strong advocate of mental health awareness, actively supporting organizations in spreading awareness about depression and suicide. But also, she enjoys Latin music, exploring spiritual topics, and diving into books. Whether she's dancing, reading, or meditating, Estefany is dedicated to living a life to the fullest.
Woo! Right.
Welcome.
Thank you.
A bailar se ha dicho.
I was waiting for the salsa music.
Ahí viene. So, first of all, we're going to start with a little game to get to know you.
Oh,
man.
And we're going to have the one and only Coco start that
The what?
off.
all right.
Is
Let's
that
start.
are we going to do the Spar?
rapid
The
fire.
rapid fire questions.
The
All right.
rapid fire questions.
Love or money?
Love.
Oh, Nate.
Good.
All right. That's a good one.
Yes.
Okay. What is your lazy to go dinner? Yeah.
My lazy to go dinner, man,
That's a
cereal.
good one.
Cereal.
You know, but I think the milk goes before the actual
Oh, that's it.
cereal.
All right. Those were my questions.
Okay, interesting.
Yes.
Okay. Android or iOS?
iOS.
There you
Mac,
go.
just take my money.
Hey.
Right.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
I love Mac.
Wow, that's pretty interesting. So, what is your superpower?
Ooh, I can read your mind.
Ooh.
No, I'm kidding. I really do
really
wish
simply
that. I really do wish that. I think just being authentic.
Okay,
good.
that is
That's
a
a
powerful. Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
Colombian. Come on.
¿Qué pregunta?
Strong or
That's
decaf?
Have extra bold.
Oh, man. If you could travel back in time, which era would you visit?
You know what? I would love to be like in the time of Jesus.
Oh, wow.
Obviously, you know, I'm very spiritual aspect of it. So I
that's
think it was
pretty
just,
cool.
you know, pretty intense life he lived. So
Yeah, he did. So, Jesus, you got a few questions?
Yes. Texting or talking?
depends who I'm talking to or who the person is.
That's
you
true.
know?
All right, let's see this one. Nickname your parents used to call you.
La reinita.
That's super cute.
How long does it take you to get ready?
Actually, super fast.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to
in like
ask.
15
Really?
to 20 minutes, I'm out the door.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow, I like that.
What about you, Jill?
No comment.
Don't put her in the spot.
I'm not
This is-
ready.
Oh, I'm sorry already.
I just get up and I'm ready. We're good. We're good.
All right.
good?
That's
I could
So
ask
we'll-
one more. Is it wrong for a vegetarian to eat animal crackers? I know, right? I just gotta finish that. You know, you gotta be entertained.
I mean, you are eating an animal.
But it's a cracker.
Wow.
You good? You good?
I'm joking.
I like
So
that.
I kind of wanna just start
Yeah.
talking about some of the things that you do. I know you do a lot marketing and brand awareness. So tell us a little bit about that a little bit more. We'll dig more into your story.
Yeah.
We'll go back in time in a little bit, but I want to just kind of like start with marketing and brand awareness and what got you into this.
Yes. So honestly, I fell in love with marketing when I went to school. I thought I was gonna do like news broadcasting, and then I
Okay.
did marketing and event planning, and I was actually really good at marketing. So I continued taking courses and excelling in that. And the aspect that I love about marketing is being able to problem solve, right? Like when you're a marketer, you're a problem solver, because when your clients come to you, they come, with their problems, and you have to be able to solve them in different ways. So that's why I fell in love with the aspect of marketing, being able to tell people stories. It's like, regardless if you're just a B2B company with the clients that I work with, like they have a story, whether your product is, a pipe, a valve, fittings, or you're providing services for end users, you have a story to tell, and that's where marketing comes in. And I'm able to connect and make very genuine connections and use different channels, like LinkedIn, Instagram, podcasting. Hopefully I can get one of my clients on podcasting.
You have to.
Yeah. And like what I tell my clients too is to be different. The structure marketing, you don't have to be just one set of rules and follow the specific, be different. I would love for a lot of B2B companies, especially manufacturers, suppliers of the oil and gas, to entertain different outlets to be able to promote their services and tell the story.
So how did you pick that niche, that oil and gas?
Yeah, so it picked me.
Oh,
I have to
really?
say, yeah, it picked me. And I was kind of working for a consulting firm before, and then I came to Houston, and I got a job in oil and gas, and I fell in love with that. I fell in love more than anything with the people. It's an industry that's always talked about in the news, and and I get it, and I understand, but the people really are amazing, and we need energy moving forward.
Yes.
Yeah, things are gonna change with that. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're actually trying to do put a lot of effort into becoming more sustainable, and I see it from my own clients, and I applaud them for that, and I am grateful that I get to tell the stories what they are doing.
Cool. It's funny that you touched the topic on energy, because that's what attracted me to you. As soon as I saw you, we met at the Ion for coffee. What was the name of the event?
Coffee with Joey.
I missed that day.
Yeah, he
I
missed
always
that
know.
day. But as soon as you came in,
Doctor, so yeah, mom comes first.
Yeah, always.
yeah, as soon as you came in the event, I felt your energy. Yeah, you were so welcoming and beautiful. So yeah, I was like, hey Miguel, we have to have her in the show.
Oh,
Yeah, basically that's what happens. She's
Yes.
not lying one word. Everything was exactly the way it was.
About
it happened like
You,
that.
you have a lot of presence.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, I think it just comes with being being authentic and being genuine,
That's
and being
right.
like, you never know who you're gonna meet, right? And same
Yeah.
with marketing, right? Like
Yeah.
I opened up my business 11 months ago, DSE
Wow.
Marketing
Okay.
Solutions, and that was a big leap of faith.
What's it called?
DSE Marketing Solutions,
Okay.
driving sales everywhere.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I like
Yes.
that.
So, and jumping in a male-dominant field,
Yeah.
True.
as you guys know, the oil and gas is still very
Yes.
male dominant, and being able to dive in as a Latina woman and provide services for them, like I just have to be authentic and be myself and not.
So
allow
how's that
anyone.
experience for you?
There's been moments where you're like, oh, you get intimidated, right? Because you're talking with CEOs, presidents, and they're 50 plus. They've been in the industry. But I own my power. I think that's who I am. I'm proud to be Latina. I'm proud to do marketing. I'm proud to have a small team that caters in Colombia. And that's the whole reason, too, why I wanted to continue and branch up on my own, just because I'm able to provide supports for other younger generations that are on their own journey as well.
So you do have a team. You're from Colombia.
I'm from Colombia.
And
Nice.
what part of Colombia, by the way?
Villavicencio.
Where-
Everyone should go.
What area is that? What part?
So
what
it's
side?
southeast of Bogota. So
Okay.
Yeah, so
okay.
it's only 2 hours. You get away from the cold.
Basically.
Yeah, you get to ride a lot of horses. I grew up on a
Okay.
farm.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
wow.
fun.
That is really cool.
Horses.
Sounds
From
beautiful.
the farm to
To the
space.
city.
To the space.
Aye. To the space. Yeah, that's
But,
true.
the space.
but you say you have a team over there in Colombia that helps you out. How's that? How's that going for you?
It's going good. You
Yeah.
know, they're incredible. And I think Colombian people are just so passionate and talented. And, you know, unfortunately, you know, coming from a third world country, there's a lot of creatives that
Yeah.
they don't really get what they deserve, right? And so I've made it my mission as being here, being a businesswoman, to be able, if I can take back some work and give them, you know, the stability in the life, then why not? And that's been one of my goals too with DSE Marketing Solutions, is to promote Latino creatives around the world, especially in my home country.
It's wonderful.
I love Colombia.
Oh, why?
The weather is really good. And other things.
Just the weather? He's like, just the weather?
But yeah, I went to Colombia about 2 years ago. I went to Medellin and I went to Cartagena. It just, both of those places are just beautiful.
Yeah.
Perfect weather, perfect food. Everything is just amazing over there. And the people are very nice too. So
Yes.
I'm definitely going back.
I love the
He ain't
food. I've
coming
never
back.
been, but the food is amazing.
Oh, yeah, the love.
Oh, the food?
yeah.
Yes, the
Yeah.
food is amazing.
Well, you know, how about after the podcast, we plan a trip and I take you guys to my home?
Oh, hell yeah.
She's not nervous anymore.
I'm leaving.
How
my bag.
how about we plan a trip to the restaurant, Colombian restaurant over there?
Well, we
want
do
some
that
arepas.
first. Okay, yeah.
we'll
We,
do that
oh,
first.
man.
Yeah, we do that first.
gotta
Yeah,
kill
like you kill our dreams.
Yeah.
dreams.
Bash them like a piece of glass.
Oh, my God.
But
But is that where you started your beauty pageant journey?
tell us more about that too.
Okay, so the beauty pageant aspect of Estefany, it's a fun fact. My mom always wanted to be a beauty queen,
Okay.
but my grandpa, very old school, was like,
Uh-huh.
no, you're not allowed to do that. So her dream never came to fruition. So I'm the youngest of
It's like
five.
her dream, right?
Oh no, don't worry, I'll make your dream
We'll
happen.
make it happen for you.
To go to Colombia.
Yeah,
He
to
might
go to
take you to
Colombia.
Gran Colombia and Katie. I'll take you to
Hey,
Colombia.
that's the new. They just opened that one, right? That is true. They just opened that one, right?
Yeah, they opened it up in
because
spring.
they have the original one on Highway 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're not paying me for this advertisement.
The owner is she's
better.
pretty cool.
She's really
Jesus
Yeah, they
drinks
better.
nothing but decaf coffee, okay? So
No, I like strong coffee. That's
can't do that. Decaf coffee.
no, that's him.
You
That's
break my
the
heart.
no, I like women like I like my coffee.
Oh.
She's like, oh, strong. Strong. That's why he went to
Strong and
Colombia.
bold. No, but so going
Good.
back to that story with your mom.
So with my mom, I know, sidetracked.
It's all good.
We want to make it fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, so she gets pregnant with me, and I'm the youngest of 5, right?
Oh wow.
And she was pregnant. She's like, "This is gonna be my beauty queen."
Aw.
Like, she didn't even know if I was gonna be a boy or a girl.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
And she's like, "No, this is gonna be my beauty queen." So sure enough, you know, I'm born, everything.
That happened.
That happened. I turned out to be a girl. Yeah.
And turn to a
And
girl.
then I just like
Yeah.
one day I remember I was just like watching Miss Universe, and I just like saw them and I was like, oh my god, these girls like are so empowered, and like
Oh, wow.
you know, they're like lawyers, doctors at 5 years old. Obviously I don't know what that means, but they just look like
So you're 5 years
empowered.
old?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so ever since then I would just start walking around the pool waving my hand telling my mom I'm
Nice.
Miss Universe.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Bring it into
Bring it
existence.
into existence ever since I was
Manifestation.
little.
Manifestation to the max.
I feel like I was a manifestor ever since a little age.
Did you
Cool.
watch the Law of Attraction?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
100%.
So you did watch the full movie. I got you. No, I'm joking. But then what happened?
Yeah, and then I got into it, and then I told my mom when I was like 15, I was like, hey,
Cool.
can I join a page? She's like, yes.
Oh,
Whatever. Yeah, and then like one day I was, I grew up on a farm. And I was about maybe 6 years old, and I was like running around the farm, and I go and I see a horse, and I'm
Was
like,
this-
oh, let me just, in Colombia.
Colombia, okay.
Yeah, I was like, let me go hug the horse. You
Aw.
know, I don't- and then I hugged the horse, and they all look, because I'm like hugging onto the horse's like calves, right? Very dangerous, right?
Uh-huh.
So the horse actually hit me
Oh,
on my mouth, and my mom was like, no, mi reina, she's done. Her face is destroyed.
oh my
No more
God.
queen.
Yeah, but I mean, nothing happened, thank God. But yeah, you know, ever
Oh,
since then, and
wow.
started getting into pageantry.
Wow.
Wow, that's interesting
cool.
story. So what happened to that horse after?
You know, R.I.P. No, I'm just kidding. No, my parents loved that horse. Yeah, they loved it. They kept it.
How did that change your life?
Pageantry?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I think it just made me more outspoken because you have to be able to put yourself in the most uncomfortable situations, right?
I bet.
You have to be able to speak in front of, hundreds of people that sell yourself.
What's your favorite thing about the pageant world?
Being able to express who I am.
Cool.
I think being able to have a voice as a Colombian woman, as a businesswoman, and being able to say, you know what, like that little girl who had dreams, she's living and she's fighting for her dreams.
Wow.
And that's what I inspire to be to other
So is
girls.
it scary to like do your pageant routine in front of everybody?
I think,
Not scary, but how do you feel?
Nerves. Yeah, I feel like, there's a fear and a nerve aspect in all aspects of, whatever you do in life. But it's kind of like you seeing then saying like, you're not going to get the best of me, especially like you work so hard to build up to that.
I would be so scared to fall and trip, or I don't know. I'm kind of clumsy, so I don't think I could ever do something like that. I
my
really
gosh.
respect people that put themselves out there like that.
Yeah, I'm clumsy too. Like I used to fall all the time in high school.
Oh,
I
wow.
kid you not, I fell in front of my cafeteria, dropped a pizza, and then I slipped on it.
And wow, and you still got up and kept going, girl.
I had no choice.
No, I'm saying like you didn't keep that in your mind when you still
had to get
tried
back up.
the pageant world.
I was so hungry.
Versus somebody
I ate
like
the
probably
pizza.
me, I would have never even think about doing it.
Yeah. I feel like more than anything, because pageantry can get this bash of, it's just the glitz and the glamour, but it's beyond that. And I think it's transforming more. And, every girl, not necessarily going to a pageant, but put herself in situations that maybe make her uncomfortable. Because I feel like that's when we grow and forcing yourself to speak in front of people that
Did
you
it
don't
open
know.
other doors for you? Like modeling or acting or something like that?
Yeah, so I've done some modeling, not so much acting. Eventually, anyone wants to hire me.
Yeah.
Whoa, I got the connections
You
for you.
actually look like an actress friend of mine. I'm gonna show you.
really?
You guys look similar.
Oh, yeah. So it opens a lot of doors, but more than anything, I think it's what you get for yourself. What you get for yourself. It's helped me a lot in my marketing. I have to be comfortable saying, like, there was a point in my time where I was kind of shy to say that I did pageantry and I was doing marketing as a career,
okay.
right? And like pushing myself through the uncomfort. I'm proud to say, yeah, I'm a pageant girl. That's my hobby. That's been my sport. But I'm also an intelligent businesswoman.
So
I can
that's
do
how
your
you see it, like a sport? No.
For me,
Pageantry?
Yeah, for me, it was a lot of a sport that I love. People train to do baseball, to do football, and they make a career out of it. Pageantry is a sport you dedicate hours,
bet.
really pulling yourself together.
Did you have a coach?
I've had multiple coaches.
Oh, okay.
I've had multiple coaches, and then eventually, it's kind of bringing me to what you were talking about, like Miss Divinity Academy, because I want to be able to mix, the business side of things with, how do I use all these tools and wisdom that I learned to really support women? Because I feel like each woman, regardless whether they step, on a pageant straight, like we're so divine inside, and there's like so many obstacles that we face in our own mind that stop us from fulfilling our dreams. So that's why, eventually when Miss Divinity Academy is really just supporting girls to be authentic in who they are and putting themselves in situations and knowing that they can achieve whatever they want to.
Okay, tell me more about that. What is that called?
Miss Divinity Academy.
What is that?
So it's my personal coaching, kind of like my sole purpose, if you want to call it, because I've been doing pageantry so long, but the business side of like marketing is like, how can I combine this to really support women? Because there's so many, girls out there that are so talented in XYZ areas, engineers, people are just so intelligent and creative in their aspect, but they get blocked because we have that fear, right? Or you mentioned like, I would be so afraid to get up there. But like, what if you can work?
But I'm gonna sign up, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the next beauty queen.
Manifest it.
There you go,
Manifest
Panorama.
it.
We have the crown outside.
You got your ex-boyfriend out there.
Bring them back.
Yeah, so it's how can you, whatever you want to pursue, like you can do it. I feel like I really do believe that dreams have a place in our heart. Ever since I started doing marketing too, I was like, I'm gonna own my marketing business one day, and then it kind of evolved into it. And then same with pageantry, I was like, I'm gonna be Miss Universe, and now they extended the
Nice.
age, so I am going to prepare for that.
What is the age now?
They don't have an age.
For Miss
For
Universe?
Miss Universe. So
What?
yeah, it
So
was.
little?
Yeah, so it was. They had
But I bet
capped it at
they
28.
have a height restriction or something.
I'm sorry, Jill. Next year when you grow 3 more inches. Ay, qué malo.
I'm sorry. I feel like I'm hogging you. Do you guys
No,
have any
you're good. No,
questions?
you're good.
Oh, you're
Yes,
good.
mental awareness. How
Yeah.
did that bring up to you? Because I know you do that a lot for women in power and helping other women so they can, mental is, especially right now, a lot of
Mental
people are
health,
going
yeah.
through a lot of things with mental, the mindset, and there needs to be a lot of, like a group to help women out there and men as well.
Yeah. And the reason why mental awareness is so dear to me is because, I came here when I was 8. My parents, immigrant parents having to work multiple jobs. I basically kind of grew up alone. And then when I was 16, my dad had to go back because his visa didn't get renewed. So my mom goes back. And then there was a point in my life where I was kind of grew alone. And then I hit like rock bottom in my early 20s. Like a very dark space of myself, and I didn't really understand like what was going on. I wasn't happy. I thought about committing suicide too. It's tough to say, and so that's when I'm like, this isn't life. And so I dove into the healing aspect, the being able to share your emotions, being able to say like, sometimes I have these thoughts, but they're just temporary. They'll work through them, not allowing them. So right now I work with AFSP.org. So they're the organization here in South Texas that really spreads the awareness about depression and suicide and how to talk with people that that are your everyday friends, that you don't know what kind of space they're in, and see what triggers and how to approach those very uncomfortable situations, because I experienced it firsthand, and it really helped me when I seeked help and kind of healed that aspect of myself.
Oh, that's very interesting. That's
Very interesting.
So, did that also have to do with your pageantry? Did that have to do anything with that moment in your life? Was that like a correlation there?
Well, pageantry didn't affect that side, but it gave me a voice to even continue being more involved in the pageant world, right? And because as a title holder, you have a reach. It's marketing. You're a brand. Your own personal presence is a brand, and you have a lot of younger girls that are following you, and
That's true. That's true.
yeah. And suicide rates, they've have increased a lot with younger kids, and it's sad. And then when I was in my moment of darkness, what really helped me is like when I finally just like surrender and said like, I can't do this alone. So I sought help, and I feel like it's such an uncomfortable topic for people to say like, hey, I'm going through this, or hey, I need help with this. So pageantry allows me to have that voice, and share that message.
You think people, it's important for people to like be able to express themselves, whatever is that they have in their minds, to be able to just share it and express it?
100%. I think, the world tries to sometimes mold you or, into certain aspects of how you should be. For me, it's like, as a business person, you should do this, or as a pageant person, you should do this, or, it's like, you can't really be both. And it's like, no, you should be authentic. And I think that's why we're born. It's just to be authentic and to express our truth and live our own dreams.
How do you stay authentic with yourself and with other people?
Yeah, I would say meditation helps me so much. And, I discovered it about 5 years ago.
Oh, wow.
When I was kind of going through my process, and it just really helped me just stay more centered and going through the uncomfortable situations in my life and just kind of being still. I think
Okay.
we're also wired to to always be on the go. And while yes, that is part of life, and to be on the go and to make your dreams come true, you have to take action. But it's okay to sometimes take a moment of stillness, sit with yourself and ask yourself, like, what is it that you need, or what is it that Estefany needs? Just continue staying true to herself.
I like that. I like that.
Very
Yeah,
much.
I find it very impressive that you are able to talk about that dark period of your life and how you came out, flourish like a flower.
Like
Yeah, it's very impressive.
Thank you. Well, I think, each person has their own story.
Yeah.
Right? In a different form. I think, life sometimes gets hard. And I don't think no one escapes it. Whatever shape, form, it happens. And so just being able to express those moments to someone that might be living through that and saying that, there is always a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of, pulling in those people that are there to support you and love you.
I love that. I love that.
Is that where the spiritual came from? Having faith and believing in God? Is that one of the moments that it changed you, or you already have brought it to you, or that how it was born?
Yeah, so I grew up Christian, but when I went through the whole my own transition of finding myself, finding the
Spiritual,
quest,
yeah, enlightenment. You're enlightened.
my own spiritual journey. That's when I can say I turned more spiritual. Yeah, because there was a moment too where I would, have a lot of doubt. Do I do this? Do I go in and what are they gonna think? And it's when I went through that journey of really finding my inner self, and then just say you're kind of badass, in a very, and I want people to be in that zone, to find this inner peace, to say you're a badass too, and you're badass, and then,
That's awesome.
Yes.
I don't know. Can I cuss on this?
Yeah, you can do it. You can say anything about horses or anything. But we're gonna do a little game. It's called the story time.
Oh my God! Not this game.
I'm ready.
Not yet.
Well, since you're ready,
Since you
you
got
gotta go first.
Yes,
Okay, I'll go first. I'll go first. You
Short
guys give me the
girls
words.
come first.
Okay.
So basically, the way this works, we each pick a word for Jill, and we'll do it all together. We'll pick a word, and then she'll create a little story, and just for fun. It doesn't have to be perfect or anything like that. It's just to have a little bit of fun. So,
hard word.
Okay.
Or
do you want to pick a word first?
you be first.
Something I don't have to Google.
No, they
So I
cannot
pick
use
a
the
word.
Yeah.
Let's see. Kingdom.
Whoa!
Dun, dun, dun.
Man, clouds.
Clouds.
I shouldn't make it. That's gonna be simple now.
Okay.
We're good.
Circus.
Whoa. Okay, you broke it there. That's good. That's good.
Oh wow!
Oh my God, this one's kind of easy actually.
Is it? Well, we'll
Yes.
see about that.
Because I
Okay.
converted my kingdom into a circus.
Oh!
Where's the thing?
We're not the circus, right?
We're not the- we're not-
actually,
we're
you
not the
guys are the
circus.
circus. So in my kingdom, I converted into a circus, and I also built this huge balcony so I could look at the clouds.
I like that.
So that was super easy.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Man, you're getting good at
I'm
this.
getting it on the right. Okay, who's next?
Man.
I'll go.
There you go. Oh, ladies first.
Okay.
All right. So pick a word.
Unconscious.
Oh wow, that was good. That was.
I had victim before.
Unconscious.
Oh wow,
Okay.
unconscious. Okay. Dubai.
Oh my God! Hold on! I was gonna say that. That's crazy. That's why I'm so
That's
he
because
was
you.
in my
That's because you always copying me.
He was in my mind. I was like, I'm gonna say Dubai. And that's crazy, dude.
Say something else.
That is crazy. No, it's like we were thinking. Same. Oh man, water bottle.
Oh
God.
Okay, water bottle. Okay, I got it.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Dubai, water bottle. What you say?
When I was in Dubai, I drank too much tequila, so I turned unconscious, and then a stranger gave me a water bottle to hydrate.
That was easy.
No, you're
And
good.
fast.
No,
That's
she
good.
made it look easy.
Yeah, she made it look easy.
Jesus.
Man,
Dun, dun, dun.
storytelling.
All right, man. It's your turn.
Go ahead.
All righty. I'm gonna go ahead and pick sunglasses.
Sunglasses.
Está feo.
Pigeon.
Oh, you kidding me?
Pigeon.
Pigeon?
Pigeon. Arepa.
Oh.
You mean the pigeon, like the ones that fly?
Yeah.
No way.
¿Cuál otro? So, damn, that one's hard. Pigeon? Arepa?
In sunglasses. Oh man.
In sunglasses. Wow. One late afternoon, man, I was just chilling in my apartment and I looked up and a pigeon pooped. Well, and guess what happened next? Somebody knocked at the door and it was the delivery for my arepas. I was so hungry and I was happy. What was the other word? Sunglasses. Oh, that was at the beginning. Oh man, I should have started that. No. And while the guy knocked out, when I opened the door and the guy that brought me the arepas,
What happened?
he had some amazing sunglasses that I had to tell him, where'd you got them? He said, hey, Amazon, let's go. I got them also.
Oh, good job.
Pigeon. That was hard.
A pigeon like the one that they fly.
Yeah,
So what did they fly?
So is it your turn?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought you already went. Oh, man.
No.
I usually go first, but
Yeah.
I guess I'll
Go ahead.
last.
Seasoning.
Oh, man, that's what you say, seasoning.
Diamonds.
Oh wow. Okay.
Diamonds.
Floor. I'm working hard.
Oh
Wow.
man. Okay. Well, one lovely evening, as I came home with a ton of diamonds in my watch and another diamond in my pocket,
Ballin'.
I was walking and balling. I was walking towards the kitchen, and I saw my beautiful, beautiful girl as she was cooking with a ton of seasoning. And I was like, why are you putting so much seasoning? She's like, because I know how you like it, boy. And I was like, okay. And I was like, I have a present for you. Check this out. So I put out something in my pocket. And it was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful necklace for her. And then she's like, she grabbed it and she threw it in the floor. And I was like, why? Why are you doing this? She's like, I didn't want this cheap Walmart diamond chain. I was like, it's not from Walmart, it's from Target. Come on now.
Come on now. Get it right. I go to Target.
$12.99, not $5.99.
hey, it's a difference. So going back to the business,
Okay.
tell us a little bit more about, in terms of your marketing, brand awareness. Number one, why is it so important? I guess we'll start with that. Why do you think brand awareness is so important for businesses and brands?
Yeah, I mean, for number one, especially like in the oil and gas sector, you want to be able to attract your talent, and you want to be able to attract your customers. So if you're not telling your story, you're not sharing like the services that you have, then how are new customers going to find you, right? And you're able to express your authentic truth. And two is you want to hire top talent. And the number one thing that people do, especially millennials, and as the oil and gas field starts getting younger and younger, is look at a website, look at the LinkedIn, look how is the culture going. And if they don't have any of that, well, then they're more than likely going to go to your competitor that does have that, because it gives them a feel of what they're going to get into. Brand awareness, I mean, it's important just in all aspects, continuing to build your brand as who you are and share your message, tell your story, how you're really supporting your customers, like what problems are you helping solve your customers, for oil and gas companies, like pipeline services. If there is a project that you went and the customer called you and it's like, oh, there's a big dent in this pipeline, how were you able to solve that for the client? Because what kind of money were you able to save the client? Because if you don't, they would have lost millions of dollars.
Can you talk a little bit about some strategies that people can use or that you use with your clients, like something that you can share with us when it comes to what you do, your marketing and your just strategy that you use personally?
So number one is knowing who your customer is, right? So really understanding the buyer persona. Key number one. You don't want to do a big fail of launching a campaign. I'm not going to name any names. Launching a campaign that's not catering to your clients, right? Because it's going to be a total fail. So really understanding and where are they at, right? For like B2B companies, a lot of the clients are on LinkedIn. So opening up a TikTok account might not be feasible,
That's
right?
true.
So really understanding where are your clients and what kind of language are they speaking, and then start catering your messaging towards that. I think that's top of the funnel, and really having clear objectives before you starting your strategy is like, what are the objectives that you want to gain out of a campaign that maybe you're launching and it's going to be a 6-month campaign? You know, is it increase website visits, get more lead generation, really having set objectives, and then what are those goals going to look like, and then what are the KPIs, you know, the key performance indicators that they're going to be in order to make sure that you are reaching your objective, and then going down the funnel from that.
Wow.
That's a lot of
Dude, I feel
information
like
to
we have to
have.
pay
Very
you
valid.
for a consultation.
I know.
Yeah.
We're lucky.
Put a credit
Thank
card,
you
girl.
so much. That makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
We have to go and get our LinkedIn on.
Yes, and I think,
We
and
do.
you know, it's really understanding, yeah.
I was just thinking about that when
Yeah,
you were
I
talking
was
about.
like,
I was
oh
like,
crap.
why am I putting so much videos on TikTok? I probably should be on LinkedIn.
Yeah, depending on the type of clients that
course.
you want
Yeah,
to attract,
those are the type of
right?
clients we
You know,
want to
Business,
attract.
yeah.
for B2B, like I'll tell my clients, like, yes, great for like, you know, continue to support your brand, but really, you know, you got to be on LinkedIn. Same if you want
Wow,
to do,
yeah.
you know, corporate clients, you want to be on LinkedIn because they're on there. They're
Yeah.
on there looking.
You're
they're
right.
they're only on Instagram or Facebook scrolling through their DS.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
they're
what-
not out looking for.
Where I met
for
you,
business.
everybody uses LinkedIn at the
Yes.
event
I
I,
know.
met you. we were like, you on my Instagram? And it didn't look professional at all.
I know.
So, yeah.
But you know, there's tips and tricks. I have
we
actually.
were all like, oh,
I have a template. I have a template I'll share with you guys that I created for
Thank you
a
so much.
professional LinkedIn profile.
And
Yeah.
I really think it's very interesting how you tailor your content that you create based on the platform you're using. So if you're using LinkedIn, it's gonna be different than what you do on Instagram. Because think about it, like when people are like scrolling through TikTok or Instagram, their mind is more like entertainment. They just want to have a little bit of like they want to consume like entertainment. But when they're on LinkedIn, they're a little bit more professional. They might be looking for something else. So it's good to not really just always have the same content for every single platform, right? So I think that's very interesting. So people should definitely tailor what they do for different platforms that they use.
Yeah, and I would say, you know, really be good at 2 channels.
Two
You
channels,
know,
okay.
yeah, you know, especially if you're in B2B, don't try to cater to Twitter, Instagram, because I mean, for one, it's gonna add more workload. It's gonna add a lot more on your plate. But really understand, like, are your ideal customers, are they there on their business times when they're actually making those business decisions and
that's-
buying decisions,
that's
right?
good, that's
Yeah, because they
good,
can be
yeah.
at home, you know, scrolling to TikTok, laughing, but I'm pretty sure they're not following like their corporate.
Yeah.
They're having leisure, and then the products that they're probably going to buy is the B2C products, right? So if they're looking, let's say, for example, I have a buyer for a pipeline, right? She's probably on there at the middle of the night scrolling to like TikTok or Instagram, like looking at fashions, you know, looking at like athletic wear. But during her working hours, 8 to 5, she's probably on LinkedIn making those connections. So if you're able to strategize that and hit your target audience during the times that they're actually working,
I like that.
Because they'll watch you, and yeah, they make me
Yeah.
laugh, but are they going to hire you?
That's
Yeah.
a real
Yeah.
question right there.
yeah. Yeah.
You talked about storytelling from brands' perspective. Tell us a little bit more about that and how should everybody, or just since the business to business, how should this business have stories, and what is even a story, and what kind of story should they create for their business?
Well, I think starting off with like why they got into that specific sector of business in the first place, you know, like just being authentic in their truth in that, and then being able to express a story, like the example that I said, telling the story of a situation where they were able to solve a client's problem. It's not like, hey, hire me, I can fix your dented pipe, but actually telling the story of, you know, Mark called and, you know, they had this big critical situation where they needed pipeline services out there, or it was going to cost them $30 million for pipe replacements, and our team was able to go out there
That's
and
good.
solve the problem and get it catered. So it's almost, you know, if you talk it in like marketing terms, a case study, but in a formal situation that really raises emotions, because at the end of the day, you're still talking to humans, right? You're not talking to a robot. At least not. I mean, there's some
Well,
sometimes,
sometimes.
sometimes you're
Yeah.
talking to a robot.
Jesus is talking to Robert.
Yeah.
I am a robot. The real
I am
me.
a-
The real me is in Colombia.
They're releasing Panorama,
The real
that's
me
funny. We all want to be in Colombia right
Right
now.
now.
Let me call her right now. FaceTime.
Everyone wants to be in Colombia. So, you know, spinning still the concept of like, okay, this is what we were able to solve, but how do we turn it into a story that raises kind of that emotion and the sense of urgency of like, you know, the client reached out and critical emotion and they were able to solve that. And I think like having that concept and then how can that be expressed through your LinkedIn, through, you know, whatever website content that you're going to push out.
Where can we find you?
Yes.
Please tell us.
Yes. So, Estefany personal is at Estefany_Arisa on Instagram, and then Estefany Arisa on LinkedIn, and then my business page is DSC Marketing Solutions on LinkedIn.
Oh wow.
Yes.
I want to talk a little bit
Wow.
more about the young women who you are, that they look up to you. How do you even go about that? What are some of the things that you were teaching them? I know we talked a little bit about it, but just more in depth. How is that bringing you joy? I guess, and maybe some of the younger audience that we have that might be watching, what they can do to be able to have that confidence, to have that boldness, to be able to be, you know, looking up to somebody like you to be able to do more.
I'll tell you this. I think that giving will give you the biggest satisfaction that, you know, a lot of other things can't. When you really truly give with a pure heart, with not expecting something in return, there's just this feeling of interconnection and happiness. And I think that, you know, as humans, we're all connected in one way or another, a lot more than we thought we know. You know, our stories can be similar. And, you know, being able to inspire girls is more than anything like being able to have them manage their emotions. I think when we're able to control our emotions and really step into our authenticity and our truth and not allow the world to tell you how you should be, how you should act, just because you're a pageant queen, you can't be a business owner. No, because I believe that each person has their own dreams. Like you guys have your own dreams here with the studio, which is an amazing studio, by the way.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Panorama Brand Studio.
Number one.
You know, and how to continually staying truth to yourself. And I think that comes like a lot of emotional intelligence and emotional connection. And that's what, you know, with Miss Divinity Academy, more than anything, it's working inwards out because, you know,
I love the name.
yeah, thank you. Yeah, because, you know, when we're in the pageant world and it's like the glitz, the glamour, it's all part of tipping the notch. But if your inner world is not connected to your true self, it's not connected to what you really want to say, you're going to be a persona or faking someone that you're not. So really teaching them that emotional control and to how to manage their emotions through different mindfulness techniques, journaling, mirror work, and then getting into the sassiness of being able to walk. And I want to be able to teach this all women, not just pageant girls, because, you know, all women, regardless of their age, and even men, like, you should be authentic and walk in confidence in who you are.
Divinity. I love it. How did you come up with that name?
Actually, I was journaling at Rothko Chapel. So I told you guys, like, when I, you know, everyone has moments. I can't say, like, I don't have my moments, and, you know, but it's like, how do I manage those moments? So I'll go walk or I'll go to Rothko Chapel and I'll meditate. And so
nice.
I knew I had a bigger purpose than just having a crown and a sash, because I think, you know, if I want a crown and a sash, I can go on Amazon, you know, and buy it.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like, what's the real meaning, purpose behind this dream that you have? And so I meditated on it, and then I was like, Miss Divinity Academy, because I feel like we're all divine souls within.
Nice. I love it.
That is really nice.
Very nice.
I think the marketing kind
Very
of helped
cool.
too. It gives me a little
Great marketing.
Yeah. I guess maybe we can talk a little bit more about spirituality.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before she gets there, how did your parents feel when you got the bachelor degree? Because you're Latina and a lot
Oh
of
yeah,
don't-
let's talk a little bit
Oh,
about
yeah.
that.
don't get
You're
into
first
that
generation.
point. So you made it.
Yes.
So what was
Yes.
that? Not only them, but yours. You know, your feeling.
Yeah, so
Your parents are super proud.
They are. They really are. And unfortunately, like I said, when I was younger, I had to grow up a lot alone because they were traveling, and my dad had to go back, and he missed my high school graduation, my college graduation. So I promised him that I would get my MBA once he's able to come to the States, hopefully very soon. I would get my MBA so he can see me walk.
Nice.
Oh wow. That's awesome.
Yes,
Boss.
that's kind of a promise I made him. But honestly, it was just more of like, I saw how hard my mom worked. I mean, we left Colombia because it's back in the day was very dangerous, right?
Yeah.
So she left. They had to leave everything behind, and she was working 4 or 5 jobs. So I don't blame her for having to leave us,
Wow.
right? And so I saw how hard she worked, and it really inspired me. Like, she made the sacrifice for me to be here. The least I can do is be a good kid. And so I started just getting more focused in school, and then went off to get my college degree. And I was like, you know, one thing I'm gonna do is make my mom proud for everything that she did for me. And then it felt, you know, just prideful, just saying that I was able to do it regardless of whatever other outcomes, and that it's never too late. You know, some of my siblings, they went back and they got their college degree after that, so it's never late to continue your education. Yeah,
You're awesome.
That's true. That's true. That's a good story. I'm
Yes.
sure that made you feel so good, like walking on stage, feeling like, oh, I made this happen.
Yeah. It was. I mean, there was moments, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes I wasn't the greatest college student, but
Yeah.
It happens.
yeah. But you know, it's like had kind of everything in life, like. You know, when you have these goals that are placed in your heart, it's like, what are the actions that I need to take? And those were one of them. It's like getting my bachelor's degree and the actions that I needed to take to be able to fulfill
Did you
it.
ever have those times where you were like, you know what? I don't know if I can do this.
Oh, 100%. I still do.
For college, like for college.
Yeah, for college, 100%, because I was still like working full time and then going to school. So, you know, that was tough. But then I was like,
That goal was so big. And
yeah. And then like seeing my parents and how proud they were, like just when my mom saw me walk like the high school graduation, and then my dad too. I was like, I got to do it. Like, you know, I got to do it. You
got
know?
a chip on your shoulders to continue going.
Yeah, and
For
I think
sure.
it was just like from like seeing how hard they had to go through life, and I was like, you know,
Taking advantage of the opportunities.
yes,
There
taking
we go.
advantage of the
Yeah.
opportunities. And I feel like, I mean, we're all, you know, Latino, Latinos in here, and like our
Yo soy
parents.
italiano. ¿Qué
Miguelito.
Miguelito.
Anda la pizza.
Miguel Ángelo.
So what's the best Italian restaurant then?
El que está en Roma, allá en Roma.
You gotta go on United and then catch a 13-hour flight.
Basically, the one at the airport in Rome. But yeah, let's talk about spirituality. Like, how's that like allow you to kind of have a balanced life? Because you talk a lot about meditation. What are some techniques that you use for your meditation sessions and
Yeah.
stuff like that?
So I discovered, and I continue, you know, I have no shame in saying, like, I do my therapy sessions maybe twice a month, because it's, you know, they're experts. I think, you know, it's like I become an expert in marketing because that's my passion. They're expert in their own field. So really, I mean, spirituality kind of happened just because of the moment of like questioning existence and not really wanting to be here. And then I just started reading these books that kind of...
What books were you reading?
Oh my goodness. The first one was The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho.
That is one of my favorite books ever.
Yeah, and like the story in itself like really opened up my thought process and my heart of like, okay, there is more within than we know.
There's the treasure at the end in the
Yes.
pyramids.
And it's like
That was one of my favorite books
yeah,
ever, yeah.
continue until you find that treasure, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that one, A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle. That one's incredible. Highly recommended. Power of the
New
Now, A New Earth.
The Power of Now, yeah.
A Power Now, yeah. So he wrote A New Earth too. Yeah, and it answered a lot of my questions, my
wow.
existential questions.
There you go.
And it continues to answer them. And then there's just so many techniques, and I think that's why divinity. I feel like this world is just like created so beautiful. And like, you
Pure
know, there's-
energy.
Yeah, you know, we're here for a reason, talking, and then like meditation, breath work, tapping. So like when
I heard about that.
yeah,
The
the EFT tapping. I've recently started getting into it, you know, because I mean,
They do that to babies and with positive affirmations. You're beautiful. You're smart. So yeah, I'm gonna do that to
tapping.
myself.
Yeah.
I'm my own baby.
It's as you are your own baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you guys know, running a business, right? You have to do a lot. You have to be the owner, the business development, project manager, execution, everything.
Everything,
and out.
yeah.
So it's normal for like, you know, but it's like getting in that moment of like, all right, let me take a chill pill.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Just tap it in. Just tap it in.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And So like you said, it's like multiple areas. So does tapping in a certain place in your hands or what in your body, does that make you think about something?
Yes. So the reason why is because you get your mind out of whatever like maybe viral loop you're going, right? So you'll start like saying, let's say for today, even though right now I feel frustrated for XYZ situation, I know that tomorrow will be better. So the more like you start speaking, you're like releasing that. And then your collarbone, even though I know that I am capable of achieving this, I know that my client will get back to me and tell me it's approved. I know. And then you go to your head, and then you go to your top of your head, and then you go under your arm, and then you go back here. Yeah, there's a lot of videos on EFT tapping, but it's really, I mean, if you just do that for 5 minutes, like, it's crazy. Yeah, there you go. Sense. Yeah, sense.
I feel
better already.
Rejuvenated.
Enlightenment.
Enlightenment, yes.
I'm sure I can see how that plays a role. I can see how that makes sense.
Yeah. Or sometimes you just want to throw a water bottle at the door. That's also okay. It is. It's just
Not
as
today,
long as no
Joe,
one's
not
there.
I suggest nobody's there. So meditation, tapping. What about? Is there anything else that you use for your spiritual enlightenment?
Yeah, dancing.
Yeah, you did say
nice.
that.
Like
Yeah.
if you
Well,
just,
you are Colombian salsa.
yeah, but even just like dancing, like the power of like dancing and movement, like just being able to like let your body do what it wants to do and just dance.
Enjoy it.
You know, enjoy
Yeah.
it. Like have no shame. Like
Yeah.
I'll be at the gym and I'll be like,
Eh.
There's what they think, right?
I saved some of my rapid questions for the end.
okay.
Okay.
Let's finish it up with
Okay,
those.
so what is your favorite quality?
In myself or in
Yes,
others?
yourself.
Okay. Authenticity.
Cool. What is your favorite body part?
My
You can
smile.
say face too. Okay.
My smile.
Your smile. What is your zodiac sign?
Oh, I'm a Taurus.
Oh, el la
Don't make me
toro. El
mad.
toro.
I'm just kidding.
El toro, sí, I'm making her mad.
Okay, and the last one. What is your dream vacation?
Ooh.
My goodness. I want to take my parents to Italy.
Nice.
And I want to be able to drive around all of Italy with my
Yo soy
parents.
italiano.
Ay,
Hablando español. Well, again,
El queso.
thank you so much.
El queso.
You're a beautiful person. Thank you so much for
Thank
coming. over
you.
here.
Thank you
Yeah,
guys for having
very
me.
enjoyable.
I feel very blessed that you're here. You like enlightened all of us. You gave us marketing tips. You're a very high value woman.
Yeah.
100%.
So are you guys. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for
Thank
having
you.
me. Yeah.
It won't be the last. Trust me.
Yeah, it won't be
Holla
the
at your girl. Holla at my friends.
Is there
They're
any
amazing.
anything you want to say to the public? Any message you want to give to about mental health awareness?
Yes, mental health, don't be afraid to speak up about it. Don't be afraid to find resources. And then if you do find someone that is in a dark mental state of mind, really do your research. Like I said, the organization that I support is ASFP, American Associations here of South Texas. So making sure that you get informed on how to approach those situations. And then lastly is be authentic to yourself. The world is always going to try to change you, try to mold you into what you should be or how you should act.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just kind of have to, I'll be polite, say bye-bye, middle finger, and be true to who you are,
Miguelito.
See, you guys are being authentic, and I love that.
Yeah. No,
We try.
You bring that authenticity. When you bring other people bring authenticity, that energy passes.
Yeah.
through all of us,
It
So,
flows.
It flows.
Yeah.
Flow. Well,
Time to
thank you
sing.
guys for tuning in. This is the Panorama podcast, Spotlight podcast, and we're so excited for you guys to tune in. And thank you again for being here and everybody here. How y'all feeling? Excited?
Excited,
Yes.
man. It was
Episode?
Yes.
amazing.
We got something
Next
really
episode is going to be in Colombia.
En Cartagena.
Y comiendo con la comida aquí.
So anyone want to sponsor us?
Yeah.
Let me know. I can do the marketing.
There we go.
All right, see you guys in the next episode.
Woo! Bye.